Hey, it's me, Big P, and I want to do a video. We're a little over a week into the RuneScape League's 6. Just want to give my kind of thoughts and overview on what I've been grinding out and things like that. In terms of my progression, just a quick look at the demonic packs. You can see the tasks. I'm almost at the final area. And I went for a Blindbag build, which is kind of okay. It's going to end up being more like a Tribrid setup, kind of dipping into a bit here. We've now pushed a bit more into the one-tick staff so that I can farm CG. So I'm just going to talk about my League's experience while I do a CG. I've only failed one out of the like 10 or so that I've done. I did want to pull up my high scores for the normal game so you get an idea of what I'm not much of a normal PVMer. I have 2 CG kills on the main game. Let me move my face so you can see a little bit better. If you want an idea of what my level of PVM skill is, it's not crazy. I'm more of a skiller, obviously, but at this point, you know, I thought I would use Leagues as an opportunity to kind of practice more and more PVM, Corrupted Gauntlet being the first one. The areas I took were Wilderness, Tyrannwin, and then we're going to go to Mauritania for my raid region, and then like a bunch of other stuff like the Nox Alley and things like that. Wilderness is fun. This was kind of like a wild card pick. I wanted to kind of learn some more Wilderness bosses and do some stuff there, get more comfortable with that. It's been okay, but the real big ones have been Tyrannwin and Mauritania, or will be Mauritania. But anyway, let's do a CG while I kind of talk about Leagues. And, you know, surely I won't be able to fail this. Let's see, just immediately leave right there. Leagues with not leagues, CG with Endless Harvest is kind of cool, because you only need to find like one of each of the mining or woodcutting nodes to do. And then like my packs I currently have, like the magic staff definitely helps with both the setup and then the Hunlith fight itself. But yeah, otherwise I've been having a lot of fun with Leagues. We're kind of stuck in a bit of a red prison, as most Ironmen are, you know, especially considering that... Hey, let's go. It's not really much in terms of like bossing or stuff like that. Like, besides, you get Zulrah, you get CG, and then you get... That's pretty much it, as far as I know. You know, I took the boss teleport relic, which is amazing in the wilderness and just kind of mid everywhere else so far. I mean, it'll be good for Mauritania, like when I have to do barrows and stuff like that. Progression has been kind of slow because going Blindbag early, you'd think that somebody who's played as much Path of Exile as I have would know more about the concept of like a leveling build. And like Blindbag just doesn't, well, first off, it doesn't do anything in something like CG. Like the entire melee section of my tree like just is completely dead, so that's why I went into the one-tick staff there, as well as when I get the toxic trident or whatever the hell thing from Zulrah, and then like a full set of crystal gear with the crystal blessing. I got completely spooned on an enhanced crystal teleport seed, enhanced crystal weapon seed, so I have that already, which is kind of hilarious. I've made a Blade of Sildor with it. I would take a... whatchamacallit though? A Bofa. Because I'm kind of going to end up going for a Tribrid. I didn't want to use any of my respecs. Just because I don't really feel like the zones I picked are going to be great for any sort of respec anyway. Like, maybe like later on. I want to do like as much content as possible, like without just like blaming Blindbag for being bad. The healing on melee is like so, like, Blindbag is, the whole melee tree doesn't have a lot of utility that the other sections do. So it's kind of like underwhelming, I'd say, overall, especially for like players who like kind of got baited into it early. We don't have enough for that, so we'll do this. Like I said, I'm not the craziest PVMer, but like I have enough knowledge to do a CG on the main. I did end up reloading into Grimoire, and I'm not sure if that was really the play. It basically only did it, like, for right now, it's for the offensive prayers, but I mean, let's, like, look at that. Like, I just wanted to have Augury, and then, like, depending on if I want to spec into other crap later. I just wanted the option just because I wouldn't have any other way to get any more offensive prayers. We got the bear here, so I am going to do it with Halberd. So just that my packs aren't completely wasted. This might end up being a pretty quick hunt left time, because Endless Harvest also works for fishing, which is cool. Let's just use the Telecrystal, save some time. I think we should have enough for everything we need here. Let's make that. 1, 2, 3. Don't have the full tier 2. I do want to get enough for that, but maybe we'll get it from crystals here. So again, like with Endless Harvest, you just need to find one of these. So I haven't failed a setup yet for CG, which is definitely kind of one of the more frustrating parts when you're like cranking it out on a main. I think it's like just like damn to do all that work and just like not have it. Let's just make sure. Do that. Cool. I'm not going to get a full inventory of food. Probably pre-drink one of these. I mean, because the fights go pretty quick once you're in there. And yeah, I've basically been using leagues as a way to practice a lot of stuff. I'm going to use it to learn Theater of Blood in a weird way with like a 7-tile Howie. So I didn't take Eternal Sustenance because I did want to like actually have to practice some sort of like maintaining some semblance of traditional gameplay. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, wait till it's change prayer, do that, swap back to this. And hopefully I don't embarrass myself here in the Hunla fight. You swap. I think we have one more hit. Okay. Yep. Back to here. Back to that. Ooh. Tricky tornadoes. I still don't feel like super comfortable like hitting the tornadoes. Oh, I swapped early, but he didn't hurt me. Swap back to these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turned off my prayers. That's okay. Swap protection. So you can step back even further here. Like, okay, I'm gonna run back and forth here on this one a bit. Run here, get that. He's now praying that. Turn those back on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Nice miss. They did. I woke up to 3 additional pact points. I'll go over my tree after this, but like I didn't want to farm it with. I wanted to show what I've been farming it with just the 4-tick or 1-tick staff rather. Nice. That was a clean one actually. This is probably my wow, speed trial. Stream RNG works, and then of course we will invoke it for nothing. Like a lot of these like. God, like, at least when you're farming CG in the main game, it's, like, worth it. But, like, money doesn't matter to me. Crystal seeds or whatever, runes and stuff. I went transmutation. I guess let's go over that now. Endless Harvest Woodsman's pretty classic. Evil Eye, because I want to do a lot of bossing. It's good for Wildy. It's good for, like, Mortania when I get there. Transmute is just a crazy solve for a lot of stuff, like, farming. I mean, farming and herblore are probably some really weak skills right now for me. I mean, ignore construction. I have my construction level is as embarrassing as it is in my main game. And then what else we got? Larcenist, which was just a no-brainer between Blood Shards and Mauritania and the whatchamacallits, the Crystal Elves and stuff. I have like 100 enhanced Crystal Teleport seeds in the bank, which would be good for like making crystal armor and stuff like that. Then I went Culling Spree because I will have to farm up to 92 Slayer to unlock a Raxor, to farm that for like my main, you know, like the main build isn't even unlocked yet, so all the points in Blindbag just kind of feel stupid, so I wanted to rush to that. And then I reloaded into Grimoire again, like I said, just for the offensive prayers. Just kind of made sense to me. Didn't want to go Eternal Sustenance because I wanted to learn stuff like Inferno, Coliseum, any other sort of like PVM task without just relying on like, hey, I can just camp here and camp like a anglerfish for whenever. And then I think I'm going to go Minion just because I don't really know. I mean, I'm considering Executioner because I hear it's pretty good at Tob, but I already don't know what I'm doing at Tob. So I think Minion will just help add a lot of DPS, add a lot of quality of life for that last tier when I do get there. Blast seems good too, but like it's kind of a non-bow with like a long Howie build once we get there. As far as early progression goes, I did like go into here, like I said, Blindbag and did melee double-handed weapons. I only picked this up recently, but like comparing this to like the heal you get from even just these 4 points I did into here, healing and then regenerating water runes. Could also dip into this because I'm not actually going to use anything by probably besides the Toxic Trident or the Grotesque Guardian thing when I get there. So maybe this will help, but it's only one. So I'm not really sure how good that is. Like I said, I'm probably gonna fill out more of these, like dip into like this ranged echoes, because with this node you get like a bunch of extra hits. I am just gonna kind of focus more on blind bag as the blind bag itself gets bigger. Let me go into the bank just real quick so I can show you like the current like gear progression and stuff like that. Been having a lot of fun, just kind of ticking off tasks, getting that free dopamine from whatever. And yeah, now I'm stuck in CG. I have a lot more demonic tasks I can upgrade. So the main hand, I did do Moons of Peril and unlocked everything from there. I have a full set of everything from there, which is nice to have. I might I haven't sent my fight caves yet just because I'm not as super comfortable with it. Definitely didn't want to do it with melee. The first, like comparing my first league's melee build, which like I meleeed with like a 4-tick zombie axe and it was totally fine. Compared to this where I'm like, I'm basically going to do a vanilla fight caves with maybe like my Eclipse setup, like, which seems okay, not that bad. I mean, I should be able, if I'm going to be farming stuff like raids, CG for a while, like I should be able to do my fire. It's just like, I'm just like, oh, it looks like a little nervous because I don't have that many Jad kills under my belt. Only the one on the main and then a couple in like leagues and Gridmaster, which had like Eternal Sustenance in Gridmaster, so it didn't really matter. Yeah, the blind bag right now is dual Makaatls, the Infernal Tecatl. I just got the Blade of Seldor. I haven't really done any content since I got this, just because I've been stuck in CG. Dragon Alley, Dragon 2H, and the Obby Mall. I'm not really sure how it works. Like, again, this isn't like something you can POB out, right? This is pretty unprecedented in terms of what exactly is going on with the whole like DPS calculations or whatever. I don't trust any like online thing when it comes to like, you know, the chance to proc versus on attacks on like double hitting weapons and shit like that. Like, who knows like what's going on here? It's all black magic. So like having the Glacial Tomatli and maybe the Sulfur Blades, any other double hitting weapons you can get, maybe having those in the blind bag would proc more ranged echoes. I'm not really sure. I've watched some like content on that and seen that, but yeah, beyond that, I mean, we're just gonna push until I can get Noxious Alley, a bunch of Darox axes, and then more aspirationally a bunch of scythes to put in the blind bag, and then we'll see about farming. You know, I haven't done stuff like Coliseum ever on the main game. I got like up to wave 3. Inferno, like forget about that. Like I have to give up my fire cape to even try it. Like, are you kidding? Like, so maybe I will end up trying a melee fire cape when I do give up the Eclipse fire cape that I surely will be able to easily do with all the range power that I have here. But yeah, further on, it does seem like I picked one of the, you know, I'm still having a lot of fun despite picking one of the worst, I would say, like almost objectively worst builds you can do as of right now. I am going to luckily be able to kind of even it out in terms of what I'm invested in. Again, this is enough for me right now in terms of magic investment, and I don't really want to go further into the blind bag. Like, I'm not even going to bother with these two nodes here until I have like an actual blind bag. And of course, the Hallie stuff itself is like completely worthless if your Hallie isn't your main hand weapon. But like, we'll get the rest of these points as I fill out Mauritania and then grow otherwise. But for now, I'm probably just going to dip down into this ranged echo just because this can cascade with this node. That's just where I'm going to put the points. We did again get an update today that like kind of gave us more pact resets, and then also just like a couple free points for stuff I'd already done. So I'm just kind of sitting on those right now. I have 4 points right now, so I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then get a 5th one eventually there. But yeah, I'm just kind of rambling on. I'm sure you've seen a lot of content. Just want to give an idea of my progression, my current stats. The thieving is going to hit 200 mil. Like, this has been the AFK while I've been playing other games, as well as, you know, I should be doing this all the time just to make an infinite stack of Wrath runes, which is pretty cool. Yeah, the weakest points right now are Herblore, Construction, and I guess Farming as well. Everything else has like a soft solve. Oh no, Rune Crafting I guess too. But I do have the True Blood Altar. We'll see how many points we're leaving on the table. I remember planning on my first leagues, you know, this was like almost like a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago. I was much newer to RuneScape than I am now. So I definitely have a better sense of like, you know, how to just knock tasks off a list and better idea of what content I'm capable of doing. But Dragon Cup, I mean, it still just seems like so far away, you know, like it's a lot of like I've been playing a lot. Like, what's the playtime right now? Like, that's a lot of playtime. Like, I'm unemployed as fuck, so I've been able to just kind of send stuff, not in the most efficient or optimal way, obviously, considering I went for Blindbag and stuff like that. But I don't know, we'll see. I'll probably do update videos, maybe stream it here and there when I am doing actual content, besides just like running a CG and crap like that. But let me know what you've done. I mean, like, this is a very unprecedented league in terms of like power and like what you're investing in, considering the packs. Like I'm, you know, obviously I'm seeing the thorn stuff that streamers are trying, the AFK healing and prayer regen stuff that's in like the mage build here, and my friend's doing like a big crossbow rocket launcher with the KBD weapon that I've yet to unlock. So and there's tons of stuff on the table. I haven't seen like a thorns hybrid build here, just the bow itself. I mean, I'm sure, you know, if you have a BOFA, I do have access to a BOFA in my region, so maybe it would be worth to kind of go into that. We will see. For now, I'm gonna sit and do as much content unless I really feel like I truly hit a wall with the Blindbag build, because it's a little underwhelming compared to everything else. You just get so much more utility and power in the ranged and magic region. Don't change. Stop. So yeah, let me know what you're thinking and what you've been doing, what you've been up to, and if RuneScape is the best game ever or the worst game ever. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.